Hi, I'm John Molesky, host of the Woodrow Wilson Center's program Dialogue. We just completed a taping of the program here at the center with my guest, Molly Sinclair McCartney. And Molly is a public policy scholar here at the Wilson Center with a really interesting project titled America's War Machine, finishing the work of her recently deceased husband, who had been working on this for many years. And Molly, you're going to bring it to the finish line in just about another month or so. I wanted to ask you this. We're talking off the air, and that there are a lot of books that have been inspired by this notion of a military-industrial complex, most famously invoked by Dwight Eisenhower in his farewell address in 1961. What makes this book different?
This book is very different because what he wanted to do with the book was to provide people with a primer on what the military-industrial congressional intelligence think tank community complex is all about.
A lot of hyphens in that title.
That's right. This is a growth of what Eisenhower had first talked about, and because of the level of military spending that's going on now, because of the controversy over Iraq and the fact that we should never have gone in there, which we now know, people got interested again. I think that really revived interest in the idea of what's happening with our defense spending. And his speeches, and then ultimately those led to the idea for the book, is to give people sort of a roadmap, give them a book that tells them what it is, how it works, and why they should care. And that's what this is. It's a primer for Main Street. It's not an academic text. It's in clear, jargon-free English. There are other books that are in clear, jargon-free English, but I think if you remember, a newspaper person, as Jim was and I am, you're trying to write to a mass audience. So the approach is quite different from some other texts.
Does this then essentially qualify as, I don't know what the appropriate terminology is, but advocacy journalism or something? In other words, Jim, with this project, he wanted to influence public debate. This was not simply just the facts.
No, he wanted to stimulate it. He wanted people to think about. He had two tracks in his thinking on this. One was the money, obviously. The other is the morality of our military policies. And as we go crashing around the world, doing all the things we do, think about it. Is this what we want to do? Why does it happen the way it does? And if you read his book, you will have a better understanding, at least in terms of his judgment and his thinking, based on a lifetime of experience of dealing with these issues, what he thought about it. And I think you will have a much better understanding of all these forces that are out there, which are part of our defense policies, our defense spending, our defense decisions, which of course involve Congress to a huge degree. That's what the book's for.
Well, we're really glad to know that you've decided to finish the book, because it's a book worth finishing, and we'll look forward to its publication. Maybe we'll talk to you again when the book comes out.
Great.
Thanks, Molly. And if you'd like to hear more about the work that we were just discussing, you can come to our website, wilsoncenter.org, and if you look on the upper right-hand side of the screen, you'll find your way to multimedia and TV and radio, and if you follow those clicks, you can get to this entire 30-minute dialogue discussion. Thanks.